1979. In the fall of 1979, Bob traveled to Fairball to meet a Cambodian man who was a former teacher in Cambodia. He was looking to recruit someone to work with them as a resettlement counselor. He met with a Cambodian man on the third floor, and as he was leaving the building, he heard the voice of teaching on the second floor. He followed the voice and came upon me teaching English to my family in our living room. That was the first time that I met Bob. And to make a long story short, I was hired as a resettlement counselor with a start date of January 2nd, 1980. Bob relocated our family to Rochester, and for the next 6 years, I worked closely with Bob as my professional and personal mentor. I would like to start with sharing how Bob touched my life personally. He taught me small life lessons like how and when to choose gum. Tear the gum into pieces, small pieces, and keep the wrapper for throwing the gum away. And he also taught me a big life lesson like lead by example. There was a Cambodian cliche, a proverb, a phrase. Don't do what I do, but do what I teach. In Cambodian language. Put kru kom trap, pa kru ayo. Bob kindly taught me that this phrase or this cliche does not work here in America. We must lead by our actions, not just by words alone. In Cambodia, we do not have a garbage removal system. We just throw garbage where it's convenient. One day I was going to throw a paper out of a car window, and Bob explained that I could get fined for that. His instruction was always giving patiently with much kindness and compassion. One time I was driving with Bob, and he told me to turn left. I mistakenly turned right. Bob told me to pull over, and I asked him why. He replied, turn to your other right. I worked very closely with Bob for those 6 years, and I never heard him say anything negative about anyone. He taught me that if you don't have anything good to say about someone, don't say anything at all. As a mentor, he empowered me with skill to be independent. He never cared to have power over me or to use me, but rather his desire was to enable me to be my own person. My training for being a resettlement counselor was to resettle my own family. Bob taught me how to shop, how to enroll students in school, how to arrange doctor appointments, how to enroll adults in English classes, how to find an apartment. In turn, my job as a resettlement counselor was to teach refugees how to do those things. Because Bob empowered me to be independent, I was able to do that for others. After 2 years of bringing Southeast Asian families to resettle into our area, Bob realized that the next step to complete self-sufficiency for the refugees was employment. So Bob created the employment program. This was a resource for refugees where they could get help with locating job openings, training for interviews, and applying for jobs. In early 1983, As this program grew to serve so many families, Bob saw the need to form a self-help group, MAA, or Mutual Assistance Association. So he assigned Esther Howard to work with the Hmong and Laotian community, me to work with the Cambodian community, and himself to work with the Vietnamese community. With this passion and under his leadership, IMAA was formed on March 23, 1984, with 20 members of the first board of directors, 9 from Cambodia, 8 from Vietnam, and 3 from Laos. After the IMAA board of directors was formed, Bob also helped them create an advisory board of directors who were made up of various Americans from the area to build bridges between cultures. In the same way that Bob empowered me to be independent, he empowered the IMAA board of directors to be independent of him. After IMAA was formed, he made himself available to assist the board in any way we needed. Just as a parent loves, raises, and has to eventually let go of their child, Bob did so with IMAA. In August 1989, Bob, Mayor Chakazama, and several others traveled to Houston, Texas to compete for the All-America City Award. Rochester was giving an All-America City Award, and I believe that this was in part due to the various programs Bob started for the refugees in Rochester. As time went on, IMAA continued to help refugees as well as immigrants from Russia, Eastern Europe, and Africa. Today, not only do I want to recognize his accomplishments, but also honor him for the man that he is. As one of thousands of refugees and immigrants whose lives was touched by Bob, please join me in expressing my heartfelt gratitude to Bob. Thank you.